Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the MrJoshiej Football Show, Episode 2. Yep, that's right, where today we discuss action from the weekend from the Premier League, the Championship, League 1 and League 2. Right, the main topic about the show this week is going to be about, is Arsene Wenger still the right man for Arsenal Football Club? And we discuss Burnley's shock win against Liverpool and all the other action as well. So welcome along to the show. You watched last week. Hi to Ben Rockets, by the way, and Connor Rains, who watched episode 1 last week. You know, it's great to be doing a football series for you guys, you know, because it gets you a lot more involved with my channel now, with non-Manchester United fans. Right, okay, so I'm going to have to start to talk about Arsenal 0, Leicester 0 in the King Power Stadium. I got to say, it was both Arsenal and Leicester look a shadow of themselves. They really do. You know, Leicester City, defending Premier League champions, at the moment it seems to be back to reality for them. So down in the bottom half of the table. But I believe they won't stay there for very long. You know, they'll soon make top 10. And if they get about top 6 finish this season, I still think that's a good season for them. Why do I think they're struggling a bit? Are they still hangover from last season, or is losing Kante a big loss for them? Obviously, losing a player like Kante is a huge loss for Leicester City, but you know, they got to try and move on, you know, and perform well. Jamie Vardy had a chance to score, but the Arsenal defender was just able to put him off. Alexis Sanchez playing as a striker for Arsenal. I mean, he's a winger. Where is the logic in that, Arsene Wenger? Goodness me. Arsenal fans have had enough. You know, they're not happy that Arsene Wenger isn't splashing the cash. But is it all Arsene Wenger's fault, or is it Stan Kroenkier's fault? Either way, Arsenal Football Club are in such a mess. And if they don't start winning soon, you know, then this could be the first time under Arsene Wenger that they fail to finish top 4. Of course, it's still very early days yet, but the transfer window just open for one more week after this week. You know, it's time's running out for Arsenal. You know, they need a striker and a defender, I believe, because MrJoshiej, Olivier Giroud, is unreliable. You know, you can't guarantee he's always going to score goals, but you know, Arsenal, they need to sort their mess out soon, otherwise they're in big trouble. Arsenal fans, comment what you think of the situation. Do you still want Arsene Wenger as your manager, or are you Wenger out? Explain your reasons why. And I watched Arsenal Fan TV, and the team bus, when it went past, Arsenal fans just chanting, Wenger out, Wenger out. You know, 2 games into the season, I just think, I know Arsenal want to challenge for the league title now, but to say Arsene Wenger out after 2 games is a bit over the top, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. You know, some Arsenal fans may disagree with me. I'd love to know what Andrew thinks of this. Footloose 25,005, because he's an Arsenal supporter. So, yep. Leicester 0, Arsenal 0. Leicester City's first match at the King Power Stadium as champions. You know, Leicester City, I'm confident they'll start winning matches soon, but I don't think they'll be getting anywhere near the top 4 this season, unfortunately. After setting the world on fire last season, this season is going to be much harder for Leicester City, you know, being in the Champions League. So, yep. Now, the next game I'm going to have to talk about is Burnley 2, Liverpool 0. Goodness me, you know, that is unbelievable. shock because, you know, Burnley had. Wait, I'm going to go on the BBC Sport website and read the match facts about possession and that. Burnley only had about 15% possession. Here you go, I'm on it. 20% possession Burnley only had, and Liverpool had 80%. Burnley had 3 shots on goal and Liverpool 26. You know, Liverpool were having chances and Burnley just got Liverpool on the counter-attack twice and they won 2-0. You know, but tonight in the English Football League Cup, they thrashed Burton Albion 5-0. 2 goals from Daniel Sturridge, 1 from Origi, and an own goal scored by Burton Albion. But, you know, good win for Liverpool tonight after I was listening to a show called The Sports Bar on TalkSport, and they were absolutely slaughtering Jurgen Klopp, saying that he's no better than Brendan Rodgers. I mean, it's almost beyond laughable, that is. I think Jurgen Klopp is a much better manager than what Brendan Rodgers is. It's just Jurgen Klopp maybe hasn't been given the money by FSG. Now, there's rumours that these Chinese consortium are willing to buy Liverpool for about £800 million. You know, they're worth billions of pounds. So just imagine if Liverpool get bought out by this Chinese consortium because they want to build Liverpool an 80,000-seater stadium. If Liverpool get bought out by these owners, then I'm going to be very worried that they'll dominate, you know, win the league nearly every year, just win everything. I mean, but FSG, they want to still own Liverpool, but there's reports that these Chinese consortium could buy a share in Liverpool, so that both FSG and this Chinese consortium own it. So, yeah, we're going to have to wait and see on that. But, you know, that was just a shock, Burnley beating Liverpool. I was not expecting that, as Liverpool beat Arsenal 4-3. Was really expecting Liverpool to win that. But there you go, it's the Premier League, anything can happen. Like they say, it's the FA Cup, anything can happen, which is true. Really can. Other result this weekend, Watford 1, Chelsea 2. Just click on that a second, see who the goal scorers were. Capio, Batshuayi and Diego Costa. Batshuayi on his Chelsea debut scored. Watford took the lead first, then Chelsea scored 2 goals in the 80th minute, 1 in the 80th and 1 in the 87th. Batshuayi and Diego Costa. Now, Diego Costa has been in the firing line again about the silly fouls he makes. You know, he got booked for dissent or whatever, and then he did a deliberate dive in the penalty area, tried to win the penalty. The referee only gave him a ticking off, but it's just stupid because Diego Costa clearly has the talent, but he lets himself down. He really does. But twice he's got Chelsea out of jail, you know, because they beat West Ham 2-1, and they go and beat Watford 2-1. So looks like Conte has brought some life back into Chelsea Football Club again, because Hazard looks like the player he was 2 years ago. Diego Costa is back on fire. Kante, who they bought off Leicester City, he's been playing brilliant. So Chelsea, where do I think they're going to finish this season? I believe, well, the start they had, I believe they can be contenders for top 4. So, yeah, Conte, he's definitely made a difference. So 2-1 win to Chelsea, back-to-back wins, and they beat Bristol Rovers tonight in the English Football League Cup 3-2. So, yeah, good win for Chelsea and a good effort by Bristol Rovers, of course, who are one of my local sides because I live close to Bristol. So good effort by Rovers, but unfortunately just fell short in the end. Stoke won, Man City 4. Goodness me, Sergio Aguero scored a penalty in about 3 minutes of the match. Made the score 1-0 because he missed 2 penalties in the Champions League. So, no, sorry, not 3 minutes. It was in the 27th minute. Aguero scored the penalty. Then he scored again in the 36th minute. Then Stoke got one back in the second half because they had a penalty. A penalty was rewarded at exactly in the same end of the pitch. One to Stoke, and one to Manchester City. Then Lomento, one in our new signing, scored in the 86th minute and 5 minutes plus added time. So 4-1 win to Manchester City. And the way it's looking at the moment, I believe the race for the title is going to be between the two Manchester clubs, Jose Mourinho and Pep Guardiola. It's been a while since both the Manchester clubs have been title contenders. But the way it's looking at the moment, it's going to be between City and United, I think. Who would win, red or blue? Going to be an interesting season. Very interesting. Tottenham 1, Crystal Palace 0. Now, Tottenham, after drawing to Everton, that's a good win for them at White Hart Lane. Just see who scored the goal. I believe, the team played well, because Hector Wanyama scored the goal for Tottenham against Crystal Palace, which means Palace are yet to win this season. And Alan Pardew is really under fire. He is, he's got to sort out soon, or he's going to be the first managerial casualty of the season, because Crystal Palace surely cannot keep losing, because if they do, then he's going to get sacked and Crystal Palace could be in danger getting relegated. So, yeah, not a good time at the moment for Crystal Palace. West Brom 1, Everton 2. Now, this was quite a good match because West Brom scores first in the 9th minute. Macaulay, yeah, sure it is. And then Morales scored just before half-time to equalise for Everton, and Gareth Barry in the 60th minute. West Brom, after winning their opening match this season, despite them losing, I thought they played quite well against Everton. So Ronald Koeman gets his first win as Everton manager. Yeah, good performance. Right now, the next game is just an incredible story. Swansea 0, Hull City 2. Yes, Hull City, with only 13 players in their squad, going beat Swansea City 2-0, and they beat the champions Leicester City on the opening weekend. Then they go and win away at Swansea again. Unbelievable. They are on 6 points with Manchester City, Manchester United, Hull City and Chelsea, all on 6 points. It's just incredible to think there's only 13 players in that team. And Mike Phelan is doing an unbelievable job. Mike Phelan's great. If Hull continue to play well, then you're surely going to have to give Mike Phelan the manager's job. I'd love him to get the manager's job because he was absolutely fantastic being Sir Alex Ferguson's assistant at Manchester United. So, yep, just wow. No words can describe it. Fair play to the Tigers, absolutely brilliant. Now we have them next at the KC Stadium. That'll be a very interesting match. So, yeah, the dream start for Hull City continues. Right now, on to Sunday's matches. Ham 1, Bournemouth 0. West Ham's first game in the London Stadium in the Premier League. Antonio the winner. I gotta say, wasn't a very good match, but that's a good win for West Ham. And a Bournemouth player got a yellow card for dissent and then sent off, which is absolutely ridiculous because, the referees visited each Premier League side to discuss the new rules, and he completely let Bournemouth down. So Eddie Howe was not impressed. He's very disappointed. Antonio, the winner for West Ham. So West Ham gets off to winning starts at the London Stadium. To me, I still call it should be called the Olympic Stadium because that was the home of London 2012 Olympics. But good win for West Ham. 1-0 winners. They're up in the top 10. Yeah, I believe they're up in the top 10. Well, it says on here they're on 0 points. That's not right. Because they'll be on 3 points, won't they? Or 4 points. Yes, so they'll be in the top 10. Right. The other match, Sunderland were beaten by Middlesbrough. Yep, Middlesbrough had a great start to the season, a draw against Stoke and then going beat Sunderland in the Stadium of Lights 2-1. And David Moyes says Sunderland are in a relegation battle. But, we're going to have to wait and see. But I really hope it works out for David Moyes. After not working out at Manchester United, I'd love him to regain his reputation. Did a good job at Everton. Now I'm hopeful he'll do a good job at Sunderland. Annie, I think his name is. Can't quite pronounce all the names, but he scored 2 goals for Middlesbrough, and Van Arnold scored for Sunderland. So no win for Sunderland. They are in the relegation zone. Crystal Palace and Bournemouth. Yeah, it has updated the table now. West Ham are in 10th. But Arnold scored a consolation. But really, Sunderland, I hope they start winning soon. So, right, that's all the matches. Now on to Sky Bet's Championship. I'm going to read out some of the results. I'll get to it in a second. Come on, computer. Don't let me down in my hour knees, please. Here we go. Right, some standout results. There's one turn up, what's got to be the Yorkshire Derby between Sheffield Wednesday and Leeds United. 2-0 win for Leeds, their first win of the season, and Gary Monk is up and running. Birmingham 1, Wolves 3, Blackburn 2, Burton Albion 2, Bristol City 0, Newcastle 1. Back-to-back wins for Newcastle United, which they're getting them moving up the table. Fulham 2, Cardiff 2. They had a fantastic start to the season, Fulham. They're in the top 10. Huddersfield 2, Barnsley 1. Nottingham Forest 3. Sorry, Nottingham Forest 4, Wigan 3. QPR 0, Preston 2, Reading 2, Brighton 2. Rotherham 1, Brentford 0. Derby 0, Aston Villa 0. So Aston Villa lost their opening match, won their second match, and have drawn 2 games. So an okay-ish start for them. League 1, Bolton 2, Fleetwood 1. So back-to-back wins for Bolton. Bradford 3, Coventry 1, Bury 0, Oldham 1, Millwall 2, Sheffield United 1, Northampton 0, Wimbledon 0, Oxford United 2, Peterborough 1, Rochdale 0, MK Dons 1, Scunthorpe 5, Gillingham 0, Shrewsbury 2, Chesterfield 1, Southend 1, Bristol Rovers 1, Swindon 1, Portsmouth 0, Walsall 1, Charlton 2. Now, I go past Walsall's ground when I go on the M6 along to Manchester. When I go and watch Manchester United at Old Trafford on the coach, I pass Walsall's ground. Sky Bet League 2, Accrington 1, Exeter 2, Blackpool 0, Wickham 0, Cambridge United 2, Carlisle United 2, Cheltenham 0, Doncaster 1, Crawley 1, Barnet 1, Grimsby 1, Leyton Orient 2, Hartlepool United 1, Notts County 2, Newport County 1, Crewe 1, Plymouth 2, Mansfield 0, Portsmouth 2, Colchester United 0, Stevenage Town 2, Luton Town 1, Yeovil Town 0, Morecambe Town 1. And now I just got to talk about quickly the men's Olympic football gold medal match. Brazil 1, Germany 1. Brazil win 5-4 on penalties in the American end, where they got absolutely battered by Germany in the 2014 World Cup. But Neymar scored the winning penalty and Brazil getting the gold medal in the Rio Olympics. So great win for Brazil, and the crowds are going absolutely crazy. You know, I just finished watching Match a Day and they switched on to the penalty shootout, and it's unbelievable. 5-4 penalties. I watched that. Unbelievable. So Brazil win gold, and yeah, so for the Premier League, it's shaping up to be a good season. Sky Bet Championship, that is such a hard league, but I believe Newcastle United will go straight back up. You know, Brighton to be up there again. You know, maybe not too sure about Aston Villa, but definitely Norwich City will be up there again, I reckon, fighting for promotion. So going to be interesting. Right. Okay. That brings an end to this week's MrJoshiej football show 2. Comment your thoughts in the action from the weekend. Who do you think the best player was, and who was the worst player? And, you know, do you agree with these rule changes where referees can get tougher? I do, like surrounding the referee, you know, instant yellow cards, and even now the referee can send a player off in the tunnel if there's an incident before the match, which I think is absolutely fantastic, because too many footballers get away with it. I'm glad they're clamping down on it, because they have to. Do check out my Manchester United versus Southampton review. I know the match was about 4 days ago, and I did the review yesterday, but I've only got 4 video views. Now, I would do it on match days, but the trouble is, if I'm at my grandparents and my iPhone is low on storage, this is why I wait to do it on like a Sunday or Monday night when I'm back at the flat, because on Google Plus, you know, there's unlimited time, you know, there's no time limit, where on my iPhone, you know, with a low amount of storage, you know, you can only record really for about, what I say, about 10 or 11 minutes before it stops. So that's why I'd love to record some videos on match days. Maybe I could invest in a new camera or something. You know, if I could upload the matches after the final whistle and that, videos after the final whistle, then maybe I'll get more video views. The video views have been quite low recently, and it's quite frustrating, because I'm giving up my time and efforts for like all my subscribers checking them out. Yes, I know you may be busy doing other things. I appreciate that, but you could just come along, watch the video when you have time, comment your thoughts, what video I've uploaded and that. I just want you guys more involved because, I really am putting in the effort, of making these videos, and looks like in a moment I'm getting no rewards for it, which is a shame, because I love YouTube and I love doing videos for you guys. I just wish, more people would tune in, because I enjoy doing videos, but it's just frustrating when I don't get the video views. But don't worry, I'm not having a go at you guys. But my word is, it'd be nice if you could watch my videos, because, I could be recording some Let's Plays videos or playing a GTA 5 or so. I'm basically giving up my own time to try and make my YouTube channel popular. But anyways, enough about that. That's the end of the football show. I'm afraid there'll be no football show next week as I'm going away back down to Devon for a few days. So, yep, I won't be able to upload my Manchester United versus Hull City match review because I'll be down at Devon. Can't record live because my laptop hasn't got a decent webcam. My laptop only has a manual webcam, where on my PC here, it's already got a webcam on it. So I think I need to invest in a video camera because then I could do more videos. But do join me for the MrJoshiej football show #3 in 2 weeks' time. So just a reminder, no football show 3 next week. It'll be back in 2 weeks' time, but I'll still do my Hull City versus Manchester United review. Thanks everybody for watching, and a big thanks to Connor Rains and Ben Rocket who watched episode 1 once again. Means a lot. Do follow me on Twitter at MrJoshiej. Link me down in the description below. I'll add it in to the description. Give me a follow. I've posted over 3,000 tweets now, because I'm spending loads of time on Twitter. I do have a Facebook page as well called MrJoshiej YouTube, but I've not posted on there really for over a year, I don't think, because I use Twitter more for YouTube related than Facebook stuff. So, yeah. Just giving you a heads up now, I do have a Facebook page and Twitter, so you can come along and follow me. Don't have to, if you like. It'd be nice, because then you could see while I'm up to stuff. I write updates when I like, for example, right, let's go on my Twitter for a second. I like post an example of when I'm doing my Manchester United reviews. Just read out a couple of tweets on my YouTube channel. Yeah, MrJoshiej, 3,005 tweets I've posted. Example, I tweeted, I'll be on air at 10 PM for the MrJoshiej football show. So, yep. I post updates. I can't always be on YouTube. Twitter is the place to follow me, because I update my subscribers, which I think it's nice to give notice, because it would have been fair, if I didn't give you guys notice, because I see, thinking, where's my Manchester United review? There are times where I am a bit busy and I try and do the best I can to upload for you guys. So sometimes it's hard. But anyways, I've gone on long enough now. I'll say goodbye. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. Cheerio. See you all soon.